folks, and welcome back. Today we're going into the sports section. We're going to the online time trial lap time challenge at the Redbull Ring. But there you can see last week's result. We actually managed to make it into gold. We're in 2000, almost 200th place. There you go, Nissan Skyline Sillhouete Group 584. I'll challenge you to a longer name for a car in any of these events that you've ever seen. It's quite a tidy car. Just recently acquired as the last update to the game in 1.19. Today we get to choose from racing medium tyres, intermediates or wets. I think it'll be racing mediums. It's a boxed track, it's a boxed challenge, so BOP's been applied. You can't change anything apart some of the normal things that I think gives you the option, but you can't change them even though you've bought them, etc, etc. So just rent one, no need to mess around with your own vehicle unless you want your distinctive own livery applied. But here we go as we hit the track. We're going to take you through a couple of laps. We'll show you what my out laps were like, a first taste of first feelers, and then we'll show you some progression and see where I get to. Over the first couple of 3 days, I recorded this on the 4th of August and today's the 7th, and I did my last little stint this morning. Had quite a challenging week, so this is my relaxation and time. Time where I get to just reflect and review and try and improve my driving skills, and that's what this is about. I like to watch my replays, and I tell you what, making these videos to help you guys see what I'm doing really does help me, because it teaches me a few things. So as we walk around this first lap, I'll just tell you my expectations. Up here on the left hand side, I'm going to aim to brake on the 100. Don't really know the car, so we'll see how it reacts to a brake on the 100 line. There it is, brake just before, down to first gear, and I was too tight in. I could actually brake on the 100, I think. Through that gear, through that corner in first, wasn't really a great run out the corner, so I might try second through there next time round. With a bit more speed it might carry it. Braking just before the shadows here into second for this corner. Getting tight. Watch the curbs on the left hand side, because as soon as you change up to second it revs out, your wheel spin and lose it to the back left. I am running TC, so TC1, which is my normal setting. We'll see how we go with that. This is a long flowy track with lots of corners, lots of acceleration corners, so I might have to turn TC off to get anywhere near the front. Up into fourth gear, looking for the 50 sign on the left hand side and brake as we see the clarity of the 50. All that curb on the left hand side, clip that apex, use more curb on the left if you want to. But here we go, what we're looking for, we're looking for something in the 130, 132, 445 we've got. It's a bit slower than I wanted. Let's see if we can improve on that. So there's the first improvement, wider entry. Second gear, can we do better than that with that corner, I wonder? We'll wait for the next lap round. So we're already ahead of the Ghost, so that's an 0.4 almost increase. Going to look to brake on that 100. What did we say? Brake on the 100. Try and use second through the corner. Here we go. Don't try and take too much clip on that sausage curb, because it'll throw the wheels off in the air. But that was much better. Look, we're already over a second, 1.2 seconds up almost. Let's see if we can get that first time we wanted, a 130-ish. Watch that second gear. There we go, we're pushing away. We just gained a 10th through that corner, so that's good. Braking on that 50. Try and get it down, pull it in tight. Use a bit of the green curb on the inside of the red curb if you can. Use all the curb there. Coast into that corner, get back on the throttle early. 1.4 up, so it's looking like a 130 something. Again, that's kind of expected where we want it to be. First lap's out, so we're on track. And then it's all about getting better. So I'm only going to show you the good laps. I'm not going to waste your time with the further learning and the mistakes. The further learning comes from the improvement. So there we go, 137.38, and we blew it into that corner. We were too fast then. We didn't take enough wide line. We gave up there, so that puts us after the first session in the top 5%, but it only puts us in silver. And where does that put us in the friends lift? Third, middle of the pack of those that have done it. Dobbs there, just nicely sitting behind me. Catbird seat, he's waiting to overtake us. And then that's normally how you end it. But as we come back, we return to the session with that 137.38. Just revving it out. It's not a Honda Jimbo. So what I learned from that first couple of sessions was wide entry corners. Go wide into the corners. Try and pick up the acceleration just before the apex. See if you can accelerate early. Get that front end turned in. So we're not really as wide as we could be there. Second gear. Shows I didn't learn as much as I should have done. But we're still very, very slow. If you've got a 126 keen lap, we're 4 seconds off clearly. So we've got a lot of making up to do. There's 4 group sectors for this track. And we go down a second. We braked too early there. We didn't carry enough speed and we braked too early. So there's 4 sectors in this track, I reckon, where you can gain a second easy. Turn 1 is one of them. Turn 2, not necessarily this one. This doesn't change a lot, this corner. It's the exit here that changes a massive amount. Sector 3. So from here to the final 2 corners, I reckon I could gain a second by improving that entry and exit from this corner. This one I think you can improve on the exit by pulling across the left and accelerating early and getting as much oomph as you can along those curves. And here's the 4th critical sector, these 2 corners. Knowing the braking point, stealing as much as you can from that inside corner, using as much as that left-hand curb, hitting that apex but not losing control, and then accelerating for the line. Being as fast as you can through the line sets up the next lap. So there we go, we took half a second off at 1:32.89, which I don't think was that bad. Didn't learn a lot there from that entry. I was too busy racing the Ghost. A phrase I used to use a lot: chase it, don't race it. We are trying to chase the Ghost, because we only need to get within 0.4 of that Ghost to improve our time. There we go, breaking down, second gear. We went to first, that's a mistake. Look how quickly that Ghost gets away in second gear. But it's about the confidence thing. It's about arriving at that almost hairpin. It's well over 90 degrees right, but it's arriving at that corner at the right speed, in the right gear to carry as much. And it's about confidence. It's about confidence into that corner, both confidence in the braking and confidence in your turning speed. This is another confidence corner because it's cambered away. It likes to throw the car out and away, but we can do that. Look, we are in the time to beat. Look, we're 0.275, 0.25, 0.22. We're in for setting a new lap here. We know we are because of where the time is, so we're doing right. We could borrow a bit more on the left-hand side there, I think. We could also borrow more there to increase that corner speed. Where are we? 177.153, and it's based on the last lap, that little timer in the centre of the screen. So how did we do? We did a 134, so we didn't improve that much. Well, that's a shame. Bit misleading. Timing letters should have been blue though, shouldn't they? So I was reading that wrong. What a dipstick. But again, we learnt a lot through the visuals on that last corner. And it doesn't look like we're going to make massive leaps and bounds here, does it? Let's see how we go. It's better through there in second gear. It is a second gear corner, definitely. Braking before the shadows. Actually, looking at that, if we could brake on the white line of the 100, that would probably be much better. It'd give us a wider entry if we hung out to the left a bit further. On the 50, try and get that front end in. There we go. We're almost up on time. See how we let us go blue. Let it go wide there, but let's get back on the gas. Look for that 50 sign. There it is. Third gear, nice and tidy. We've caught the Ghost up beautifully there. Let's see if we can get this nice and tight. Oh, let's see. We lost a little bit of acceleration there with hesitation going off onto that curb. Let's see where we are. A 140, 130, 146. As we just whiz up the speed here, we've taken a couple of laps and just show you where we blow them. I think this was a 9-second session. It's a 9-second session? A 9-lap session. So there we go, we come off that lap with a 35.89. Current record is a 130.146. We clipped a bit of apex there. But we're well up with our ghost based on the last lap. So we just need to be cautious of that. Now 0.2 is based on the last lap. Not against the ghost as far as I'm aware. Braking on the 100. There it is. Clip that apex hard on. Now we weren't as sharp as we were on that last lap, that last ghost lap, the 130, but we're still up on our time, so we've got something to gamble with here, we've got something to play with. Go left, Widow. Increase that turning circle, come on. Just lost that time against the previous lap, so 0.441 behind. Let's catch that up, let's carry that on. Just a 10th lower, sorry, 10th faster, and then we purple sectored, so that's confidence building. Let's push. Oh, we're just on the borderline there of being anything good. We're on a par, we've got to do better through these last two corners. We missed that apex, we're down a 10th. Clip that apex, did we go too wide? We're actually better and faster through that corner, so there it was, a 130.020. We're almost at a 129. And there we go, we just blew that corner, threw it out far too far to the left-hand side. We're 2/10 down, we blew that corner, you can see that. But we're faster in this sector, look, faster. No, blew it, slower. Just going to whiz through until the next time we're anywhere near on the time. What we do realise is we are not consistent. We're faster in some sectors, one lap. We're slower in the sectors sometimes that we should be good at. And it's about achieving that consistent quality of lap where we're running consistent times. And it's something that the F1 drivers do a lot of, you know, running lots of laps, running them to a time strategy, knowing when you're ahead and behind. Did you see that just then? Purple sector, sector 1. So we got faster in sector 1, but we're still 2/10, 3/10 behind our major time. We are catching the ghost through that part of the lap. And there we go then, running into what will be lap 9 for this session. We did say it was a 9-second lap, 9-second session, but it's a 9-lap session. Third gear, we kept it in third gear, we're faster than a ghost, look. We're catching him up. We're aiming for a 129 here. A 129 would finish this session nicely. Just a 15-minute driving session. And we go from a 130, hopefully, to a 129. It would be good. The ghost's in our way, we can't really see where we need to go, so if I'd put and we brake too early purely because we couldn't see the signage, but we dive bombed him. Just missed that gear change because of trying to react to the slide. But we're still, if we're anywhere near his back bumper, we're up on the time, so let's not worry about not being in front of him. This is the chase them, not race them aspect. Look again, purple sector, this is beautiful. Do like purple sectors. So we're 2/10 up, we're halfway up on the car, we're gaining under acceleration, we've got to spot that 50, go left, so you can see it, there it is, we braked on it, we missed the apex, we blew that, we're still up on time though, easily, let's clip that corner, we go far too far wide. Oh, Chipotle, 185, 150, 110 up, there it is, at 129.968, and I think we were really, really close to a penalty there. But that should conclude this session, and there it is, you can see it, the 129.968 with the 129.5 potential, a 129, that almost puts us in the top 5,000, but we are, look, still a silver. Lots and lots of work to do. A 129.3 is the target for gold. So as we drop into the session, you notice it flicks through. Top right hand corner, it's today. We're still third in the Friends Lap times. Dobster's still progressing. There we are. 13,000th when we come back to it today, having been in the top 5. Well, just outside the top 5,000. So 13th, wow. This is a hotly contested competition this week. So there it is at 129.916. Did a little bit of racing without recording, forgive me. But with that being the case, first lap out, first session today. And as you can tell, we're going to enter the lap at full speed, so you know it's going to be good. How fast can we go, folks? Nice and wide. That ghost in front is not mine. That ghost is the guy who's second. And as you can see, we're not going to learn a lot from him because he's miles away. He is much, much quicker. But did you see how much room he took in that entry to the first corner? He doesn't take a massive amount of entries, a width there, does he? Second gear into this corner. Catching. That was nicely through that corner in second gear. So third gear the first corner, second gear this corner. Can we go over to the left hand side? There we go. For the first time we really start to take the width of the track. Of those 30 laps I ran last week. Oh, there's that second gear. And I guess it tells you today traction control off. We're trying this without TC. And that's why you'll see a slight time change between the end of the last race and end of last session and this one, is because I did 10 or 15 laps with no TC, just trying to learn the TC points, or the no TC points, one should say. We don't have a ghost because it's first session out, first lap out, so you don't get a ghost on that first lap. Let's see how we do. We're targeting a 129.9 without TC. There it is, 129.720, so it's immediate. You notice the difference massively. There's my ghost, there's the current second place's ghost. And we're equally astern, but look how much quicker he was through that first corner. He's a good 0.4 of a second. We're going to brake on the 100. Second gear. See how we caught up by a total of a 10th. And we slip behind because we don't get the acceleration. We didn't carry the speed correctly through turn 2. And with that, the lead ghost is away. Let's pull over to the left, take some of that track width. We could actually turn in much later there. Just watch. There you go. There's the indicator of that second gear with TC. You've really got to change up quite early. Oh, we took a little bit too much more grass there, I think. 0.238 down, 0.255. Fourth gear up to fifth. Look for that 50 sign. There it is, braking in. Take as much curb as you can, as much grass. Keep both wheels on that red. You can go out as far as that in this whole circuit. You can push out to the left, and you can, as long as you leave 2 wheels on the red and white curbs, you won't get a penalty. So we didn't quite improve on the lap time then in the 129.888, but all those 8s are lucky for somebody. We were faster through turn 1 there. Look, there's an equidistant gain on the actual ghosts. I wonder if I was to reduce my ghost to from 0.4 to 0.0, could I actually be chasing the ghost ahead with a reasonable gap and use him to learn from? Now there's the tip for the next session. Leave that ghost loaded, move my ghost back to equal with me, so I'll know when I'm lagging behind my ghost because he'll come up and be visible. but I'll also be a step closer to the Ghost in front, so I can watch for when he accelerates, when he brakes. I can watch for his line, see how wide he is, and try and replicate his line. Chasing him, not racing him, don't forget. So tight into this corner. This is critical then. A 1:29.720. We're up on the time at this point. Look at that. We're going to beat our Ghost. That's going to be an even better time. Oh, 1:29.368. That's almost gold material, you know. Almost gold material. Nice and wide into that corner. We're just catching our Ghost. There we go. We're up on our Ghost. That's beautiful. We can improve on this one. We've learned a lot in the last 24 hours. Oh, I just missed that braking point. I was just watching the clock and watching the Ghost, and there it is. That's just shot this lap. But let's keep pushing. Let's see what we can learn. See at what point I determine I quit. Because I'm doing the voice over the commentary on this about an hour after I actually did this session. Caught that apex nicely, and there it is. That's when you got to short shift up. Don't give all the beans in second. I think you got to short shift that second gear. Well, I have. One more session. We're looking to improve on that 1:29.368. Through the start-finish line. What Ghosts will we have? There's the question. As we come through the shadow of the stands. Ghosts are quite close. Braking on the 100. Using all the width of the circuit. I've learned that this morning. Third gear. We don't get a time against the Ghost, so we haven't got that indicator. It's just a visual one for today. Brake on the 100. Second gear. Got a little bit long there. Just got to push all the way down this, run as straight a line as possible to shorten the distance. See if we can move over, get all four tyres on the white strip. We've got to dive bomb my Ghost. Whoa, there's a technique I don't normally do. But we're racing him, not chasing him, and that's the mistake. We short shifted nicely. We're definitely up on this Ghost. Nice and long into this corner, nice wide entry. Now give it the beans early, that's the way. You've got to coast in and negotiate that front tight in. Doing the same here. See if we can get a run on this Ghost, because he's quite wide through there. Let's see how we do. We're definitely up on this Ghost. Definitely up. What's the chances of a 1:28? Can we push that through these corners? We've just gained a little under braking. Or using all the curbs. Apex that corner nice and tight. We're up with him. We're definitely 0.2 up. Definitely. A 1:29.808. Oh, we're so close to being in the 1:28s. Come on. Let's get a push on that. It'll get us solidly into the gold and give us a chance of holding out in the top 4,000 or 5,000 or whatever it's going to be. Don't forget, we're in just outside the top 5,000 on the 4th. We came back to it 3 days later and we were 13,000s. Oh, purple sector in the first sector. That's the way. Second gear, push on, push on. We got better acceleration there. We should be beating this. And don't forget, we dive bombed the Ghost last time, so we were desperate getting into the corner. So if we pull left, oh, we braked too early. We made another mistake at this corner, but if we can carry it through with a bit of trail brake, short shift, there we go. We got that nicely. We're ahead of a Ghost. We're 0.4 up. So this is clearly a 1:28. Oh, it's a 1:28.6 if we do as we're doing now. We've gone too wide. Oh, come on, pull that front in. I did everything we didn't talk about. We talked about getting that front end in. Oh, we were too tight on that corner. The last lap, Ghost has come past us. Oh, this is horrendous. We've blown that after such a confident start to the second lap. Fourth gear, third gear. Use all the curb. There we go. Have we broke the rules at that point? Oh, we might have gone to. Oh, back end was lost. Oh, and a track limit penalty. So there we go. Oh, it's just confidence for the future. So we finished the day's session on a 1:29.086. we're in the top 6,200. So we've halved where we were from last night by just gaining a second and a half, I'd say. Mr. McFarlane there at the top. And there we are, 6,119th. Mr. Dobster, 131, just under. Well done, mate. But we're looking like we're doing well. Enjoying this test. It's a crack. There you have it, folks. 129.086. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being part of it. And we'll see you on the next one. Take care.